I'm going to show you why investing in real estate for your children's education is way better than a 529 savings account. So to start, let's take a look at our current education system. Well, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York found that only 27% of college students work in a field related to their major. To me, that is a shocking number. So in diving deeper, the main reason for this is we're human. We're not perfect, and our interests are always evolving. Just this last year, 3.9 million people on average changed their job each month. Change is constant. I wanted to be a jet pilot and a firefighter right out of high school. I would still love to fly jets, but it took me 12 years through trial and error to figure out what I wanted to do for a career. What's becoming increasingly popular for kids after high school is gap years. This is where kids take a year off of school and travel all around the world, completing internships, volunteering, and really just experiencing other countries. It exposes them to a world beyond their own town. And of course, when they return, their perspective on life and their goals change. There's also a lot of corporations like Google and Microsoft who have launched certification programs to train people how to do very specific things like various coding languages. And upon completion of the program, they're recruited. And these programs, they cost a fraction of what an undergraduate degree investment would be. A lot of people believe this style of education is the future. So how do we invest and plan for an uncertain future? Well, the tried and true method will tell you, hey, put X amount of money in a 529 savings account, usually made up of mutual funds and index funds, and it'll grow at a pretty steady pace given the market conditions. And when it's time to pay for your children's education, you can then use the funds in the 529 account tax-free. But what happens if your child doesn't want to go to college? Or if you don't use all of the money in the account? What if your child decides to start a business and you want to invest in their business? I think most will argue starting your own business is very much an educational endeavor. But unfortunately, you will be penalized by the IRS, which will require you to pay capital gains tax. That sucks. So not knowing what the future holds, many believe we need a more flexible option. Well, let's say you take the money you're planning to invest in your child's education and you acquire a cash flowing single family home or a multifamily home like a duplex. Over the course of the next 5 years before your kids go to college, not only does your home appreciate in value, matter of fact, if you would have bought in January of 2021, the average appreciation since then is $103,000 in Washington State. Talk about a great start. But in addition to the appreciation, your property is also cash flowing. And you can use this cash flow to pay for your child's current extracurricular activities or towards paying down the mortgage faster. Then, when it's time for your child to go on to college or start some sort of a certification program, an internship, an entry-level trade program, or if they want to take a gap year, even start a business, you have options to help them. You can do a cash out refinance and use the cash to invest in whatever endeavor your children are interested in, tax-free, no penalties. It's huge. Your children could even live in or manage this property. And if you have money left over, that's great. You can use it to help them with a down payment on a home. You can use it for their wedding. You could take a vacation or invest in another property. The options and opportunities are endless. And that is what a great investment strategy will yield you, and set yourself up to have a life with more freedom, flexibility, while creating generational wealth. I'm Nick Chambers with Chambers Northwest, a Windermere team. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I love real estate.